Hey everybody, Metalhead Wife here. So I received my very first purchase from Verlas, and I did a brief video. I'm trying to keep my videos more brief, but I want to go a little more detail with this. I posted a link in my previous video about where I first discovered Verlas, and she's got a lot of great ideas, and I'll post a link again below in my comments, in my description, excuse me. But it really opened up my eyes. I used to have a Cartier love bracelet. I had one in white gold, and my significant other at that time also had a Cartier love bracelet in yellow gold. And when things went south, I sold it. It just had too much emotional attachment to me. Sometimes I regret selling it. Prices have really skyrocketed for Cartier and Tiffany and others. But I still wanted a gold bangle. So I decided that after watching her alternatives to Cartier love bangle, the Verlas really appealed to me. I was very impressed. I was like, ooh. Now the problem is they're a little known company. I tried inquiring on some forums about anyone that had any experience with Verlas. There was minimal experience, mostly engagement rings. And so someone had said, yes, a friend of mine had bought a bangle from Verlas. I asked if they could ever get a picture, and they never did. You know, life goes on. People sometimes just don't have the time for things. So I decided to take a chance. I am not disappointed. I'm not disappointed. You have the option of any of their jewelry in either 14 or 18 karat gold. Since I was buying this in yellow gold, I opted for 14 karat gold. 18 karat yellow gold doesn't suit my skin tone at all. I know it's considered more luxurious and so on and so forth, and it has a higher gold percentage, but if I want wearability, I want to be able to get something that I'm actually going to use and wear and enjoy. Rose gold, on the other hand, I love in 18 karat. I also like it in 14, but I like it better in 18 karat. Anyway, this arrived very quickly. It took about 2.5 weeks for them to make it. I ordered it during the Black Friday sale. And I got a very good discount. Very good discount. It was 30% off. And I knew they had good discounts like this because when I first discovered Verlas and started signing up for their emails and doing all that sort of thing, I think they had a Mother's Day sale that was 30% off. At the time, I couldn't afford it. But boy, was I was like 30% off. Good grief. Anyway, so I ordered it. Now, it comes in a standard 7-inch, okay? Standard 7-inch. And as you can see, the tag's still on it. I haven't really worn it. I had emailed them beforehand about sizing, and I told them I had a 6.5-inch wrist. They said the 7 would be fine. I said, okay. And the 7 is fine. You know, I kind of use Cartier sizing for this because as you can see, it's almost a spitting image of Cartier. What they have instead of screws is these really beautiful little 4-leaf type flower leaf. And it's a beautiful design, a little more feminine in my opinion. Plus, it's hinged on one side and has a clasp, a latch like this. You just press it down. Oop, press it down and it opens. And I like that too. Very secure. This is very well made. Very well made. So according to Cartier sizing, this would be considered a snug fit. A snug fit. I'm not against the snug fit. I still have room to move. It goes over my wrist bone. I do not have a prominent wrist bone, but it gets a little caught up. I have bangles of different sizes. Here, I'll try this on. So Here's my wrist. As you can see, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And this bangle is much bigger. This is a Pandora lab-created diamond bangle. I have done a video on this before. Very happy with it. Currently getting into learning about lab-created diamonds. But anyway, so this is a much bigger one. It goes all the way down here in room to spare. But I'm going to take this one off. Please excuse my awkwardness here. Just so we can give this a little more time, a little more space. So, I'm 6¼ here before the wrist bone, 6½ after my wrist bone. And there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement. But I thought maybe a 7¼ would be just right. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, but I did inquire. And I am waiting to get an answer back. So they said if you have an issue with your bracelet or any piece of jewelry, you have 48 hours upon delivery to make an inquiry. So I did. And I guess I got a little confused by the information. I thought that you could get one free resizing, but that's for their rings, which, okay, you know. I had emailed them before I ordered it, like I said before, and said, should I get a bigger size? They said no. And I mean, it's fine. You know, it's fine. But, you know, I was like, maybe just a little bit, just to give it a little more movement. It's pretty close. It's not the end of the world. But here's the issue. I live in the South in the United States. And for most of the year, it gets very hot and very, very humid. And so this, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to wear this in the summertime. Here I am wearing it with my 18 karat Tiffany T-Smile bracelet in rose gold. Looks so dull compared to this. So we'll see what happens. I'm waiting to hear back. Apparently I have to pay money to get it sized up. I was thinking 7¼ So we will see what happens. We will see how much they're going to charge me. So until then, I'm not really wearing it, which is absolutely killing me because I really want to wear it. But at the same time, if it ends up being a reasonable amount of money to get it to a 7.25, I might consider it. It's not the end of the world. I could live with a 7. I really can't. Look at the movement. It's really not that bad. This is the 5mm wide. They offer a 5mm wide and a 6mm. 6mm would be equivalent to the size of a classic love. 5mm is a little bigger than the small love. So I picked something in between because I have a small clash, I have a small Juste Clou, and I just felt this would proportionally would be right with it. So I got it in 14 karat yellow gold, like I said. I was happy with their service. They're being a little slow right now on their response to me. Initially, they gave me a very quick response about adjusting the size. But, you know, it's the holidays, and I'm not going to give them a hard time about it because, you know what? They probably are jamming out a lot of orders and are probably like, good grief, we got so much to do. I don't blame them. But this is Verlas. Honestly, it is really, really well made. I am very impressed. Now, if you want to get these with diamonds, you can. And it's half. So the top half, so to speak, the top half of the bangle would be diamonds. And you have your choice of grade and clarity, color and clarity. Or, yes, and it's, you know, you get some choices. And the prices are very reasonable. I love it. I sometimes think, oh, should I have gotten an 18 karat? But it was a little bit out of my budget. So I like that I got the 14. I would have gotten the 18 in the rose. I wouldn't have got the 18 in the yellow. Like I said before, yellow gold looks very strange on me. It's not bad. It's just not the most flattering. So I'm happy with the 14. And then sometimes I think, should I have gotten the 6? But you know what? This is a good smaller size so I can stack it and it won't overpower my other pieces. Surprisingly, this goes well with my Clash, which is 18 karat yellow gold. But as you know, the Clash is a very strange yellow, 18 karat rose gold, excuse me. So, but anyway, I just want to give more detail. Very happy with it. Concerned a little bit about the snugness. It's not restricting my wrist. It's just right there. If it had gone a hair smaller or something, it would have been too small. It is exactly, as long as I don't gain any weight. Haha. Hopefully I don't. But the fact of the matter is that I am kind of still waiting. I'm curious to see what they would say would be the, the price to get it to a 7.25. I'm just curious now. Because at this point, I think I'm probably just going to keep it at the 7. One of my future purchases plans to be this in gold. This is sterling silver with a 0.15 carat lab created diamond from Pandora. Much too big for me. This is, look, in circles. I should have gotten the size 2, which, believe it or not, the size 2 of these bangles is exactly the same diameter and circumference of this. So when I get my gold bangle, it'll be the same style. I'll probably get it in the smaller size, and it also comes with a 0.25 carat lab diamond. So that's the plan, is to have the gold version of this to stack with this. And then I'm going to find something else. So I like to wear stacks of 3. So my goal is to find something else. Please like and subscribe my channel. I do unplanned impromptu videos, and I would love to hear everyone's feedback of what would be a great bangle type to stack with this. I'm curious as to what people would recommend. I would like to be on a budget. If there's any brands out there that are luxury but are not the big brands like Cartier and Tiffany, it'd be interesting to see what else is out there that's affordable. I wear it with this, but this is, this is kind of very thin. It's not very distinctive. This does not stack well with my bangles. I'm happy I got it. It was before the price increase, but I have to say that it doesn't stack well with my bangles. This is a size 2 in the Pandora. This is an open-end sterling silver bangle, and this fits flush perfectly with my Verlas. So I know, because these are all sized the same way. So a 3 in this would be the same as a 3 in this. So this and a 2, that means when I get this in a 2, it's going to sit flush. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that also makes me reconsider, do I want to go up a size? Because now we're going to have them jangling together. I don't mind that bangles are not all exactly the same size, but I sure would like them to be as close as possible. So anyway, please drop your opinions, comments below. Let me know what you think, if you have any opinions on what would be a good luxury brand that would not necessarily be the big designer houses, something that would go well. And I'm going to tuck this away until I get an answer. I'm afraid to scratch it and then have them not take it back in case. They could tell me something very reasonable, or they could tell me something ridiculous, and I'll get back to you all on that. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in, and rock it through till Sunday.